I just got this package today, just already cut it open. And if I see here, why did he need so much protection for this? Wow, this is the Pi 4. I'm gonna go ahead and take the stand down for my phone. It's in this anti-static bag, which I guess makes sense. Yep. And it is way different than the Pi 5. And now this is going to be turned off. Come on. Unplug that. I will be putting an OS on this one later. So I need to make sure I get I have the cable. This is the cable I bought for it. I didn't do a video on unboxing this one because it would have been too boring. Alright, I'm gonna put this down. Alright, open this up. Now this will be a bottleneck because there is USB 3, but it's not but none of these use USB 3. So I'm just gonna unplug everything. Take the Pi out. Oops. Okay. Alright, take that out. Take this out and take this out. So good. There's the old Pi. And this is in with the new. The GPI opens. Oh. So we have this here. It's a bit bigger here, but I think... Okay, there we go. There we go. So that's plugged in. Now we need to plug in these right here. So the yellow cable will not work, so we're going to be unplugging that. We're going to be plugging in the new cable. Actually, I'll go ahead and put this here. So I'm going to plug this down. Okay, so this is going to go into here. All right, I need to rewind this one. All right. Oh, so this is the cable sticker, but it should still work. Whoops. Why do I keep making my phone drop into my face? Oh no, you already see my face. Let's go ahead and plug it in. Come on. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it can't really fit into this here, so I guess I'll have to leave it just flapping about, but as long as we can get the connections plugged in, we can. So we're going to be plugging in the speaker. Actually, let's plug this into this port. Huh, the ports are... Wait. What? On the Pi 5, they reversed the ports. What? Wait. Is this... This is a Pi 4, but wow, I did not realize that. I honestly was not expecting that, so I wasn't expecting that was going to be I was there. So I am going to put that there. So that kind of throws me off because everything's reversed. Wow. The Pi 5 had the original Pi orientation. That is weird. I honestly was not expecting that. So and I'm gonna go ahead. I don't think this cable management is really gonna work with the new Pi. So I was not expecting that. So the Pi's ports. So I should have used the Pi 5, but the Pi 5 requires an active cooler because the ports are actually in the same orientation, which is interesting. So, let's see here. I just wish that we had like at least a USB 3 port, and then this will plug right into that USB 3 port. All right, now I need to. So the SD card that's on this Pi is not gonna work because this is for the Pi 3. But once I flash an operating system, I'm going to be flashing Fired OS on here, and it's gonna work. So I actually need to plug this back in. Why did it get unplugged? So I plug it back in. Now, unfortunately, Canon OS won't work on the Pi 4, and Pi 5. It won't work on. It only works on the Pi 3. So now I actually kind of have no idea what I'm gonna do with this Pi 3. I do not have a power supply for this Pi unit. I do not have a power supply for it. So this power supply should still be compatible with the Pi 4's power recommendation. It should be 3 amps, which both are. So, and okay. Where is, I know I had an SD card. There you are. SD card reader. So because it will only go to the BIOS for this one. This one actually has an actual BIOS. So we need to at least make it so that we actually have at least an OS for the system. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's not here. I should have it on my. I should have it on my framework laptop. So. Oh, I don't even have my framework, so never mind. I don't have it on my framework. I think I have it on my other ThinkPad. Whoops. This is like the only one now that has the yes, this one has it. The reason I choose this way is because since I already have FireOS installed on it, it's the best. So I'm gonna choose the OS, and I'm gonna use custom, all files. There it is, FireOS for single board PC Pi 400, and choose this. Next, no, yes. Now I know FireOS. Oops, because I unplugged this. It Airline Fire to disk. All right, let's try it again. Because this one has Pi size OS for the Pi 3. This is the Pi 3 Model B. Just B, not B plus for some reason, which is kind of interesting. So, but this is the Pi 3. The Pi 3. Now it's kind of aged now because Pi size OS is really the only operating system that's really good for this one, like what I have on now, because it just goes through slideshows and no lag whatsoever. But for something like an operating system, it's not really gonna run well on this PC. So that's the problem. Plus, see, this has one HDMI port. Pi 4 and Pi 5, Pi 400 and Pi 500 and Pi 500 Plus have micro HDMI and have 2 ports. So, and yeah, this this does have to be like in an awkward place, because since it doesn't fit into the cable management, and plus a lot of these are hanging around because I did not realize the Pi 4 had it completely reversed, where if you look on the Pi 5, it actually has the same port orientation. That is kind of interesting. Like, I guess they went back to the original orientation, except the USB 3 port is in the middle. Not quite sure why. It is in the middle for this one as well, but just why did they switch it when they... Just why? I like on the Pi 5 that it switched back, but on the Pi 4, that's kind of annoying. Like, look. See how annoying that is? So when they do the upgrade to this, you can see that is really annoying. Unfortunately, I do not have heat sinks for this, but I believe this doesn't require a heat sink. But the Pi 5 requires an active cooler. So I know it's kind of waffling here, but you can see that this is actually going to make this computer last much more longer, technically, with the touchscreen, because FireOS is going to be perfect for this. I'm not gonna verify it, so I'm just gonna cancel verifying. All right. I only just got the the Singapore PC itself, so I'm gonna go ahead, grab this out, slot in the SD card. Okay, so let's see if we could try to get things at least cable managed on this block here. I guess it kind of works, but you can see that the HDMI cable had to be just hanging out. That's the downfall, but I guess it will have to work. Now, is that button jammed? It's not. All right. The buttons. Ooh, is the Pi itself seems to be a bit. Oh, it's just because the posts have not gone down properly. They're not gone down properly for the Pi 4. So let's see here. Come on. Yeah, it's definitely on. Let me hold this turn off. There we go. It did bend down a bit. That is annoying. But at least it works. I think that's all I'm worried about. And this time, but to not press this properly. It's stuck on. There we go. And all right, it's on. It's still powered. This is the Pi 4, so it should load up. And there we go. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, fantastic. Oh. What happened? Is it overloading the power bank or something? It's still on though. Is the power bank not powerful enough? Because it kind of looks like it is not powerful enough. You should be taking the same amount of amperage. There we go. Alright, once I set this up, this should actually be a working computer with a lightweight operating system.